Hey guys, what's up? It's Bronto75 here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am continuing my marathon of playing through all of the classic Mega Man games. So last time we played through Mega Man 3, which was fundamentally flawed, but was still an enjoyable experience. And now we're going to be heading as to what I consider to be my favorite classic Mega Man game, Mega Man 4, released on the NES back in 1991. So without further ado, let's go on and get started. Capcom presents Household robots rock and roll were created by master robot designer Dr. Light and were enjoying their peaceful days. Then one day, the industrial robots all over the world went on a rampage and the world fell into total chaos. Dr. Light quickly realized that mad scientist Dr. Wily was behind the nefarious deed, but he didn't know what to do. Rock, having a strong sense of justice, volunteered to be converted into a fighting robot. Thus the super robot Mega Man was born. And here he is. And this is here just in case if people didn't play the first three games. Mega Man shattered Dr. Wily's plans 3 times and world peace has been maintained so far, but history repeats itself. Dr. Cossack, a mysterious scientist, has invented 8 powerful robots and set them after Mega Man. Mega Man starts for the battle again, this time equipped with the powerful new Mega Buster. Let's freaking go. And I love how this is an NES game. I love how despite this being an NES game, oh my god, that has to be like one of the best. That was so far the best opening cutscene in any of the games so far. So yeah, this game does have an opening cutscene, just like Mega Man 2 did, but they managed to perfect it even more. They managed to perfect it even more with this game. Like seeing the way Mega Man was drawn in a different style, it looks so freaking clean. And I believe and the cool thing is that they reused it again for Mega Man 9 and 10. So yeah. And Mega Man 5 and 6 also do have opening cutscenes as well, but more on that once we get to those games. So yep, as what the intro just said, we have a new antagonist named Dr. Cossack, and he has made these new robot masters for Mega Man to fight. So we got Pharaoh Man, Ring Man, Dive Man, Skull Man, Bright Man, Dust Man, Drill Man, and Toad Man. We're going to be taking on Pharaoh Man first because he is partially easy if you're aware of his pattern. But if you defeat him, we have access to probably the best weapon in this game. So let's do this. So here we are on his stage right here. Are we in like outer space or is this nighttime? It's really hard to tell. So yeah, this stage makes use of this clickson right here, and thankfully I'm gonna use new menu overhaul, by the way, and which I'll talk about later. So yeah, we're gonna use Rush Dip right here, returning from Mega Man 3. So that way we can cross this gap and that it leads to a special item in which we're gonna be using all throughout the game. And that'll probably be the only time I'll ever use Rush Dip in this game, because this special item, that we're about to get, yep, we have this special item right here, which will pretty much end up replacing Rush Coil. So yep, that's the main reason I need to use that there. And because of that, we get to skip a large portion of the level, which is great. So yeah, this is Mega Man 4, so Mega Man pretty much plays exactly like he did in the previous 3 games. And just like in Mega Man 3, he can still slide, and also revealed in that intro is that Mega Man can now do a charge shot with his new Mega Buster. So this is the first Mega Man game in the franchise where he is able to do so. So it's pretty sick, and it's going to be useful for dealing tons of damage against some stronger enemies. So we got these mummy enemies right here. There we go. Kabam. So yeah, this game I definitely look forward to showcasing the most out of all the classic Mega Man games, because I love this game. It's so good, and it also has some of the best weapons in the entire series. But anyways, here's Pharaoh Man right here. Dang it, I missed. Okay. I know I can't fight him without his weakness. Of course, I'm messing up and my shots are not connecting. Oh god. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, okay, that was close. Yeah, what so like I do know that there are some people who would take on Pharaoh Man second after beating Bright Man, because you can literally just use his weakness on him. But I decided to not do that for this video, because like in the first 3 classic Mega Man videos that I did, I will be performing some speedrunning. I will be performing tricks that I have learned from speedrunners. As I have to scrap that in the previous video, which was Mega Man 3. But anyways, by beating Pharaoh Man, we have access to probably the best move in this game, and probably in the entire classic series, and that is the Pharaoh shot. Yeah, we're gonna be taking on Bright Man next. So Bright Man's weapon is actually weak to Pharaoh Man. But I have discovered through a speedrun, or maybe one of the Taz videos, Pharaoh Man's weapon can actually damage Bright Man can actually deal significant damage to Bright Man, which is pretty weird though. Like I find that really odd how, like, even though Pharaoh Man is weak to Bright Man, his weapon can do a decent damage to Bright Man. It does like 3 damage, and we're definitely gonna be seeing that when we fight against them. So here's Bright Man stage right here, and the cool gimmick for this stage is that so those enemies in the beginning, so the green ones would lit up the room again, and the red ones would blacken the screen, like turn off the lights. They're pretty much like the ones from. They're a lot like the ones from Shadow Man stage from the previous game. So yeah. So they pretty much operate. So those red enemies there pretty much operate the same way. Alright, so we're gonna take this path right here, and which leads to an E-Tank. So yes, returning from Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 are the E-Tanks, and you will need these in order to restore Mega Man's health. Oh yeah, and a massive improvement that was made for this game that the first 3 games did not have is this new pause screen for the weapons. So this is really great. So now I can be able to so like you have all weapons on screen. So you don't have to make another selection in order to have access to other special weapons and items. All of these are in one pause screen. Thank goodness. Thank freaking goodness. So yep, this is the special item that we got in Pharaoh Man stage. This is the balloon, and it pretty much functions the exact same way as the item 2 from Mega Man 2, where it will spawn. You can spawn a platform, and you can only add up to 3. And they help a lot. They help out a lot on traversing through areas, and I think I might use it here. The music for this stage is also very good. Alright, and you have to hop on these grasshopper enemies. That was close. Okay, we're gonna use this guy as well, and another one. Gotta get rid. Okay, you gotta get rid of this enemy too, and we're gonna use the balloon. Yep, no need to use that last grasshopper there. Some good stuff. And I'm gonna try out the strap right here. I'm gonna try out the Pharaoh Man strap right here, and here's hoping I can get this off, because I have done a lot of practice runs on this game before recording. So let's see if I can do this. These platforms are really weird. Okay. Here we go. Nice. There we go. I got that off first try. Whew. That section always scares me though, because the way that those platforms function is just really odd, because if Mega Man stands on the edge, if Mega Man stands on the edge there while he's running, then there's a chance that they will fall and he will die. Alright, so we're up against Bright Man, and I'm going to perform a trick right here with Pharaoh Man's weapon. Yeah, you see that, right? So it does, I believe it does 3 damage. Okay, I'm gonna damage boost, he's way too close. Stop jumping. Oh my god. Yeah, this is what sucks about fighting against Bright Man, because yeah, he will use his time stopper move, and there's literally nothing you can do to break out of it. So he'll always jump to where Mega Man is. Oh no, I missed. He'll always jump to where Mega Man is, and if Mega Man is frozen after Bright Man uses his time stopper, yeah, he will jump to where Mega Man is, and he'll end up taking damage. There's literally no way to break. There's no way to break free out of that. It's so stupid. Like, I hate that move so much. But he is defeated, so we got the Flash Stopper. Okay, that's what it's called. Okay, so I think okay, so this weapon is a lot similar to the Flash Stopper from Mega Man 2, but it is much more improved in this game because Mega Man can now fire his Mega Buster shots, unlike in Mega Man 2, where you can only freeze time once. You can only freeze time once, and Mega Man is not able to attack while it's active until the gauge replenishes. So we're gonna use it right here. There we go. And look at that. I can freeze time and shoot my Buster shots. Sick stuff. And that's one reason why I prefer this to Mega Man 2. Because you know, I already said it in my Mega Man 2 video, but that game is one of the highest selling NES games of all time, and as of at the time of this video is, dang, I wasn't quick enough. At the time of this video, it is the second best-selling Mega Man game, after as Mega Man 11 recently sold 2 million copies, so it's really cool. Alrighty, so we're gonna skip this mini boss. Another trick that I learned from speedrunners. There we go. No need to fight that dude. And there is another one coming up, so well, we're gonna have to get through this part. Alright, so here's our second usage of Pharaoh Man's weapon. I didn't have time to explain it during the Bright Man fight, but by holding down the shot button, an energy ball will form above Mega Man's head, and it pretty much also acts as a shield weapon. It also acts as a shield weapon, so like that can actually damage smaller enemies, like those floating Saturn guys right there. So like any small enemy that will come into contact with it will actually die from it, and it doesn't consume the Pharaoh shot gauge. So yep, that's another reason why I decided to take on Pharaoh Man. That's one reason why I decided to take on Pharaoh Man first, because oh my god, it's literally this game's Metal Blade, pretty much. The only drawback though is that you can't fire it in any direction. You can only, like, unlike in Mega Man 2 with the Metal Blade, where you can aim in all 8 directions. With the Pharaoh shot, you can only aim it in 6 directions. So always be sure to keep that in mind. But this is so cool, and I just love to bait those Saturn enemies into touching the Pharaoh shot. It's so cool. Like, look at this. It's so cool. This game literally has some of the best weapons, and Brightman's weapon is especially broken. Like, even way more. Like, it's such a massive improvement over Flashman's weapon for Mega Man 2. Some good stuff. Ready? Can we get some weapon energy? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you have to be quick enough on those platforms there. Okay. Nice. Managed to get that off twice in this video. Alrighty, so now we're about to come up into Ringman, who is actually pretty difficult, but I am aware of his pattern, so I do know exactly what he's going to do. Right, here we go. Bam. Nice. No damage. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh yeah, I forget. You can still control Mega Man after the Robot Master dies before the victory theme plays. I'm probably gonna end up doing that a lot in this video. I love the sprite of Mega Man here, by the way. He looks adorable. But with that, we got the Ring Boomerang, which is also a super broken weapon because it can damage enemies every frame. So you can pretty much just get, you can get in at least 2 shots in on some of the stronger enemies in the game. All right, so we're gonna be taking on Dustman. A lot of these Robot Masters and most of the classic series have some pretty compelling designs. I'll say that right now. And of course, we got these Met enemies. We got those Met enemies, which will expose themselves. Who will expose themselves when Mega Man approaches them. And those guys will jump out of pits, but I have played this game so many times, so I am aware of the enemy placements and stuff. Right, we got this guy right here. Nice. So yeah, those guys are basically the upgraded versions of the big guys from Mega Man 1. As like those enemies from that game, it's completely random whether they jump high or low. But thankfully, Mega Man can now slide, so those guys are much more easier to avoid. So you don't have to. So yeah, you don't have to like wait for them to give you the right pattern to jump higher. Thank goodness. Seriously, I still hate those enemies from Mega Man 1. Jeez, because like they do like 20 damage. Alright, and we got a new character here. So that guy right there is Eddie, and his role, at least for this game, as well as Mega Man 5 and 6, he will show up at some point during these stages, and he will randomly dispense an item. So yeah, more on that later. Probably for the next time he shows up. So yeah, we got this gimmick right here. So where we need to avoid getting crushed, and I feel like this is where they got the idea for Metal Shark Player stage from Mega Man X6. Like compared to this one's actually more fun to go through compared to that stage, because oh my god, it is like that stage from that game is such a boring slog, and you have to go through it. Ooh, that was close, almost died. You have to go through it twice or 3 times if you go into that optional section. I haven't played X6 in a while, but I will say I don't know if I made it obvious, or actually no, I don't know if I said it in my previous videos, but I'm not a big fan of Mega Man. I'm not a big fan of Mega Man X6. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. And I definitely agree with Jay's reviews, at least in his original review, that yeah, Mega Man X6 is not a good game. If you like it, good for you, but me personally, I just don't think it's a good game. Alrighty, so we're up against Dustman, and I am a bit low on Ringman energy. I'm a bit low on the Ringman energy, so okay. Yeah, I hate this stupid move. You can't damage him. Yeah, you can't damage him when he does that move, even with the weakness. Don't do it again, please. Okay. Yep, he did it again. Oh my god, and I'm all out. Screw you, dude. Come on, man. on. There we go. At least I have the charge shot though. So yeah, of course, like in all the so yeah, pretty much like, you know, it pretty much all the future games pretty much have this effect. So you just hold down the shot button, and then the character will charge his Mega Buster shot. So yeah, I'm guessing that's where Dr. Light got the idea for X when he creates him for, I don't know, God knows how long after the classic series, because to this day we still have not gotten the game which would show the connection between the classic series and the X series. And it's already been like 3 decades now. It's unfortunate. Alright, so we're gonna be taking on Skull Man. Love his design, by the way. I don't think I mentioned this before, but why does Dr. Wily use skulls as like faces for his fortresses? It's really weird. It's especially funny how in the opening cutscene for Mega Man 11, he has skull themed pajamas and a pajama hat as well. Like, what is with that man's obsession with skulls? Like, jeez. Like, did he watch a bunch of, like, did he visit cemeteries or something when he was like during his early years or something? So weird. Oh god. Oh gosh. Oh my god. There's like so many of those shots there. Okay. There we go. But thankfully you can't get rid of them with Pharaoh Man's weapon. But yeah, by beating Dustman, we got the Dust Crusher, which is also a super good weapon. I think I might. Okay, I may use it sometime after. I may use it sometime. Not sometime. Probably after this part. Oh yeah, and with Brightman's weapon, you can actually, with Brightman's weapon, it actually makes the shield enemies vulnerable. So it's pretty cool. We got Eddie again. What's he gonna drop? Perfect. So I think in all of these stages, Eddie will appear, and he will randomly drop an item for Mega Man to collect, and it's completely random on which item he will drop. It's completely random on which item he will drop, but there's actually a cool strat to that. So if you enter a section where he appears, and then leave, and then enter again, he will respawn. And yeah, you can keep on doing that until you collect an item that he drops. So it's always pretty swell. Alright, we're gonna use Ringman's weapon here. So yeah, so you saw me use it against those enemies right there, those shield enemies, and yep, it can actually pierce. It can actually pierce through their defenses, and it's actually amazing. Like, this game's weapon selection is so good, literally so good. Oh yeah, I do love the Sniper Joe variations. The Sniper Joe variations in this stage were like these skeleton-based Sniper Joe enemies. It's so cool. And normally I would always use a Brightman's weapon to get past here, but no. In some of my recent playthroughs, I learned that you can actually use Pharaoh Man's weapon against those guys, because those guys are also vulnerable to Brightman's weapon as well. Anyways, here is Skull Man, and and here's the funny thing about this: if you stand still, he will not move. Even if you jump, he does not move. So you can literally just sit down your controller and just do whatever, and then come back, and then like not even an idle animation. I mean, considering that this is an NES game and then they'd have to use multiple resources, but yeah, you stand still, even jump, he does nothing. But if you do move or shoot your weapon, that's when he will start attacking. So yep, enough dilly-dallying, let's get started. And yeah, again, it's another funny AI exploit, even on bosses like Skull Man. It is hilarious. Alright, come on, dude. Yeah, his main gimmick is that he fires shots at you, and wow, that was pathetically easy. Yeah, he only has two attacks, firing Buster shots and activating his skull barrier, and which is the weapon that we're getting right now. Goodness. And a similar thing happens with Freeze Man in Mega Man 7. but it'll be a while before I get to that game. But yes, we got the Skull Barrier. Awesome stuff. And now we're gonna be taking on Bright Man, who is also another pathetically easy boss. For reasons I will explain once we fight him. Oh, and this game's soundtrack, by the way, also super as well. While not as good as Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3, it is still freaking goated. Now, even though I didn't grow up with the NES, I'm more of a PS2 kid. But I will say though, the NES, like some of the NES games have some pretty decent tracks. Like I think the only other NES games I play the most, besides Mega Man, obviously, are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games, and which I have played on the Cowabunga collection. Anyway, we're gonna try to get a quick kill on this mini boss here. Let's go. And of course, obviously, I am playing this on the Legacy collection, which gives the option to use the auto fire. So that's how. And yeah, the funny thing about that mini boss is that he does not have iframes, so you can literally shoot him every frame and he will die instantly. So yeah. So pretty much like in Mega Man 3, the auto fire is going to be your best friend for a majority of these encounters, especially if you are speedrunning. Always some cool stuff. So yeah, and using the balloon to avoid that big eye there. Ready? Yeah, I'm so glad that they added the auto fire. I think I already mentioned it in the Mega Man 3 one-shot video. And so yep, it works here just as much as it did in that game. Now you gotta be careful about sliding if you're speedrunning. Hold up, there's another mini boss here, so gonna get the quick kill with the auto fire. Get out of here! You could not do that in the original. You could not do that in the original NES version, because I have watched some speed runs on this game, of course, and those guys are so good at mashing super quickly, like being able to get the quick kill in one cycle. Like, my god. But yeah, we took a shortcut down there, in which leads to another useful special item, in which I will reveal in a later stage. Alright, so get rid of these guys with Pharaoh Man. This stage's track is really good, super good. Unfortunately, we have to refight this again, but thankfully I can just do this. Get out of here! I love doing that so much. I love this game, dude. I really love this game. So yeah, that path down there leads to a oop. Can I get this? Ah, dang. I didn't have enough time. I probably should have had on Pharaoh Man there, but that's fine. But yeah, you want to be careful about sliding, because yeah, for some reason you can't cancel your slide while underwater, so it's really weird. That's actually what ended up throwing me off, you know, throughout all my playthroughs of this game, but I'll delve into that later. But here's Bright Man, and just watch me see how easy this fight is. Oh shoot, I said as I get hit. That was way too easy. Okay, so the funny thing about Dive Man here is that each time you go through a stage and fight against him, he will do the exact same attacks every time. So no sign of RNG involved. So I'm able to easily read his attacks, because they'll try to ram it to Mega Man 3 times, and then he fires 3 dive missiles, and then he just repeats the same process. Like, every time I play this game, he has the exact same attack pattern every time. So no RNG involved. And the same can happen in the refight. Goodness gracious. Anyway, so by beating him, we have access to the dive missile, which is actually a homing weapon. And I think I might use it on the stage here, as we're going to be going up against Toadman next. So let's do this. I'm going to use Brightman here. Yeah, there's like a lot of these. Enemies. Now, careful right here because this rain can actually slow Mega Man down if he is jumping, and if he is standing. Ooh, that was close. If he is standing, he will be pushed back. So yeah, there we go. Got through that easily there. Alright, so I'm gonna use Dive Man right here because you can one-shot enemies with this move, so cool stuff. Yep, look at that. It literally homes in. It's pretty much like Boomer Kawanger's weapon in Mega Man X1. So pretty cool. Come on, hit. There we go. I think that was called homing. I think that move from that game was called homing torpedo. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, at least you guys get to see some of that. All right, so coming up to a mini boss, in which I am going to use Brightman. It's Gary the Snail. What? Then again, this was like long since before SpongeBob was a thing. So every time I see snails in games or any other media, I always think of SpongeBob's pet for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. And then the cool thing about that those mini bosses is that they also do not have iframes, so you can pretty much just score hits every frame. Alright, so we're on the tricky section. I am gonna use Skullman to negate to protect myself from damage from these fish enemies. If Skullman's weapon is pretty good, if my minor critique of this weapon is that I kind of wish you could just throw it at enemies like with Woodman's weapon in Mega Man 2, but it's whatever. Alright, and here's Toadman, in which a lot of Mega Man players have made fun of because he has like a weird AI to where he would dang it. Oh no, I messed it up. He has like this weird AI weird AI pattern where like he would just jump to where you are, but I am doing a more humorous strat right here. So if you see him wiggle his body like that, that means he is going to use his Rain Flush move, and it's completely unavoidable, and it will hit Mega Man no matter where he is. But thankfully, if you keep on hitting him, he'll never get a chance to do that move. So yeah. But now we have it on our own. Now we have it in our possession now. We got Rush. Oh yeah, okay, so we have the Rush Marine adapter, a returning feature from Mega Man 3. Awesome stuff. But unfortunately, we're only going to be using it in one stage. Not in a Drill Man stage, but in a later stage. So yep, Drill Man is the last Robot Master, and then after that is probably the Wily stages, or like some other random antagonist that would show up. Hopefully not the Doc Robot again, because I hated those MS for Mega Man 3. Here we go. Gonna use Pharaoh Man as our shield. Aw, dang, okay. I thought for sure I could avoid that. Yes. Alright, ignore that met there, and I'm gonna use the balloon so that we can avoid this big eye enemy right here. Nice. Haha, see ya, dude. He thought he could get me there. Ready. Use Pharaoh Man again. Yep, touch my first shot like an idiot. I love the weapons in this game. Alright, and I'm gonna be using Toadman's weapon. And yep, and this move is literally a screen nuke. It will pretty much kill every enemy on screen. It kind of reminds me of Hypersonic's screen nuke move, in which from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, of which I actually did a live stream of Sonic Origins in in celebration of Sonic's 34th anniversary. So feel free to check out that stream. But yeah, that's literally what it reminds me of, and I kind of wonder if it was the inspiration of Rainy Turtloid's weapon in Mega Man X6, where if you were to get it, so like when X uses the weapon and if he charges it up, it actually functions very similarly to Toadman's weapon in this game, though not as OP though. But yeah, yep. So yep, this is the special item that we got in Dive Man stage. So yep. So you just have to push up on the D-pad, and Mega Man has a looking up animation. That's pretty interesting. I think this is the only game of the franchise to have a character look up, so it's pretty cool. So yep, and yeah, I already demonstrated earlier, but yeah, you can just do it just like that, and that's how. So yeah, you can just use this grappling hook, and then you can jump off it, and that's how I was able to reach the E-Tank there. And it's going to be useful in the later stages. Ready? Alright, I'm gonna use Bright Man here because I don't want to deal with these enemies. Nice. Okay, I swear those guys were a different color in Bright Man stage. Alrighty, and I'm gonna use Pharaoh Man here because there are these falling rocks. But it's because I love the fact that Pharaoh Man's weapon functions as both an offensive and a defensive weapon. It's really cool. Nice. Woo. Get out of here. Oh, okay, I forgot they respawn. Ready? Look at this. It's literally a shield weapon. Seriously, I love Pharaoh Man's weapon. It's so good. It's literally so good. Anyways, we're coming up to Bright Man. Not Bright Man. We're coming up to Drill Man, and he is weak to Dive Man's weapon. And the first thing that he will always do when the fight begins is that he will dive. And yeah, he always okay. Yeah, he'll always pop out to where you are, so yeah. Gonna do some concentration here. But yeah, that's one of his main attack patterns. Oh my god, he's come on, dude. There we go. Yeah, there's a chance that he will do that several times throughout the fight. And this can end up being a pace killer for speedrunners. Oh my god. So like I don't know if there's a strat where you can manipulate his AI into just constantly firing his drill bombs and never dive. I've actually seen a speed run where Dive Man only dives in. Okay, not Dive Man. Oh my god. I've seen a speed run where they got almost no dives from Drill Man. So again, that's his attack pattern is entirely based on RNG. It's so random on whether he decides to do it multiple times or just fewer. So, yeah. But there is Dr. Cossack, and oh, so we're not fighting Dr. Wily this time. It looks like we have a new antagonist on our hands, and he's got his own castle too. Just like with the Robot Masters that he built and whom we also just defeated. Alrighty, so we're on to the first stage of Dr. Cossack right here. And I will say though, I kind of wish they did more. I kind of wish they did more with Dr. Cossack though, because he's actually like it's kind of a shame we don't really see him in another game as far as I'm aware, because I think this was his only mainline appearance. And the funny thing in Mega Man ZX Advent is that there's like 3 characters in that game who are named after Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, and Dr. Cossack. So yeah, they even based one around Cossack as well, which is pretty funny. Okay, I'm supposed to use Bright Man here. What the heck? I don't know why I selected Toad Man. Okay, so that we can freeze these enemies. Okay, I'm trying to be quick. Ah, no! Oh my god. I really wish the slide was mapped on a different button. Too bad this is an NES game, so it isn't possible. Sucks I wasted a Bright Man shot there, but that's fine. But yeah, it's really funny how like the Sage Trinity members in Mega Man CX Avid are named after the scientists from this generation, so it's pretty funny. And of course, by beating Drill Man, we get the Rush Jet, and we're using it to skip this entire section, so we don't have to worry about all those enemies there. Thank goodness. Alright, and we're gonna be using the balloon. Seriously, like after you get this, like there's literally no rhyme or reason to use the Rush Coil at all. I only ever used the Rush Coil once in this game, and by the time I got this balloon item, I never used it. So yeah, after Pharaoh Man stage, you're never seeing the Rush Coil ever again in this game. Jeez. Like it effectively the balloon effectively makes the Rush Coil useless. Jeez. But don't worry though, it will be used again in the next game, which is Mega Man 5. Ready? Anyways, we're gonna be coming up into Cossack Stage 1 boss. I don't know what this thing's supposed to be, but I think it's like a morph bug or something. Ready? Alright, so it's weak to Ring Man, and you have to hit it in the you actually have to hit it in its core right there, the one that's beeping. There we go. Easy. Super freaking easy. Oh yeah, and I think this victory theme is a remix of Mega Man 2's victory theme, which is pretty nice. Because we hear it again in the next two games. So yeah. Alright, so we're on to stage 2 of the Cossack Castle. And this one's also fairly easy. Okay, so this game did one thing that a lot of players, including myself, didn't like about Mega Man 3. So I already said this in my Mega Man 3 one-shot video, the previous one. But yeah, in that game, Mega Man runs into these Doc Robot characters, and not only that, so Mega Man will run into these Doc Robot characters, all of which who inherit the abilities of the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters, and we have to refight them, unfortunately. And not only that, we also have to replay through Shadow Man's, Gemini Man's, Needle Man's, and Spark Man stages again. And again, the only reason that's there is for, I don't know, just for Capcom to pad out the playtime. So again, to this day, there's no in-universe explanation of why Mega Man needs to fight those Doc Robots. It's like, what the heck? But thankfully, this game, as well as Mega Man 5 and 6, handled this so much better. So instead of fighting a Doc Robot, we instead fight another antagonist. In this case being Dr. Cossack. And we get to play all new stages, so no reused stages this time, thank goodness. Another reason as to why I love Mega Man 4, it got one thing right that the previous game did not. Thank freaking goodness. Okay, there we go. So yeah, again, I still hate this about the classic games. So your weapon energy does not refill when you get to another castle stage. It's I just view it as a dumb design choice, so I'm not sure why they did it like that. Ready, kill this guy with Dive Man. I'm gonna use a balloon. Yeah, I should be able to reach it. There we go. Yeah, again, this it's literally item 2 from Mega Man 2. It pretty much functions the exact same too. Okay, which weapon needs a refill? Probably Bright Man. Or actually, no, I will be needing the balloon again, so just get this. Okay, close. Oh yeah, I forgot to bring this up in the Mega Man 3 video, but yeah, Mega Man can now climb ladders faster. Thank goodness. I didn't like how slowly he climbed the ladders in the first two games. Anyways, on to another boss, and is this the Yellow Devil? I don't see him yet. Oh no, it's not. Okay, it's a different boss. I was about to say. It pretty much I think it's similar to the Yellow Devil for the way it forms right there. And it's weak to Dustman's weapon. Can I get it again? Yes. Okay, got another hit. I've been able to kill this thing in 2 cycles, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get it off here. There we go. Let's see if I can do this. Psh. Psh. Right, avoid getting shot there. Ah, never mind. I got shot. Yeah. It's hard to cleanly pull some of this off with commentary. Yeah, I should be able to get the kill. There you go. It's dead. Let's freaking go. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but we're like 46 minutes in, but this is my first ever video on the channel in which I am recording in 60 frames per second, because I did mention in a I have mentioned on my community tab post and in the live stream in which I played Mega Man 03 and Sonic Mania, but I have gotten a new capture card along with my new PC. So yep, it runs. Now I am using the 4K capture utility to record this, and I will be using a new video editor to edit this. But yeah, it looks so cool because for the past 6 years I've been using the original Elgato game capture. But yeah, finally, it's nice that I finally got a new equipment. But yeah, anyways, we are on the 3rd stage of Dr. Cossack, and this stage is an auto scroller, and unfortunately this won't be the last time we'll be getting an auto scroller, as we're gonna be getting it once again in Mega Man 8, Mega Man and Base, and especially Mega Man X5 and X6. So yeah, the Mega Man series. Okay, I'm not supposed to use that. I'm not supposed to use that yet. The Mega Man series has an obsession with auto scrollers, so yeah. So yeah, so if you don't know what I mean by auto scroller, so the screen is moving automatically and you have to keep up with it. So I feel like this is a Mario kind of thing, because I have seen it in those games. I think mainly the NES ones, and Sonic also had it as well with Bridge Zone Act 2. So yeah. So yeah, it is definitely a recurring trope in 2D games. Where did I go? Okay. That was weird. That was weird, okay. Mega Man was supposed to climb the ladder there, but it was like a glitch that happened. I did say I abuse glitches in these videos, but not stuff like that, though. It is weird. Oh wow, I forget this game often lags a lot too, much like Mega Man 3 does. Because I did notice it when spawning those balloons there, so it's really weird. Ready? And another auto-scroller, jeez. And of course, when you're speedrunning, there's no way to skip this, so you literally just have to follow the screen while it's automatically scrolling. Jeez. I never really liked this about 2D platformers. They only just they're literally just nothing but a time waster. So I don't understand why the game developers have a fetish for this kind of thing. So it's whatever. I do love this music, by the way. It's pretty cool. Time for jumps. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention when going through when going to Ringman stage is that it actually has a cool setting mechanic to where like when you go up against that first mini boss, the sky will change. Like the sky will change from day to nighttime. It happens the exact same way as in Crashman stage in Mega Man 2. So it's pretty cool. I don't know how I forgot to mention that. So that's the end of the auto scroller stage, and now we're up against the third boss of the Cossack stages. So I believe what this thing is supposed to be is like a cockroach robot or whatever it is. So I often forget the names of some of these. There we go. Alright, so we have to fight another one. Pretty much has the exact same attack pattern. Psh, psh. Nice. And you're dead. Oh, not yet. There we go. Now it is dead. I love saying the Pharaoh shot above Mega Man's head. It will kill anything. It will pretty much just kill anything from above, or anything that tries to, attack Mega Man, like the Saturn enemies from Ringman stage, as well as the ones we just saw in Cossack stage 2. Those guys will float towards Mega Man, but apparently they become stupid enough to just accidentally touch the Pharaoh ball. It is so funny. Love the enemy exploits in my classic Mega Man games. Alright, so we're on Cossack stage 3. Wait, did I say okay, I meant those Saturn enemies in Cossack stage 3. So we're on stage 4 right now. Alrighty, so I am gonna need some Pharaoh Man energy. And what else will we need? What else will we need? I think we should be good to go, but just in case. Just in case if we need some more. Okay, Bright Man, okay. Forgot about that. Ready for this? Use Toadman's weapon, which will also pierce, which can also easily kill these shield enemies. Like literally, this game literally has some of the most broken weapons in the series thus far. Like Toadman's weapon can pretty much, like Toadman's weapon is literally a screen nuke. Like it'll pretty much kill anything that's on screen. It's so ridiculous. And one thing that I learned from watching a speed run is that when using Bright Man's weapon, if Mega Man slides during that, it actually pauses during the duration of the slide. I actually found that out recently when watching a JDQ speedrun. Again, I highly recommend to casual players watch the speedrun videos. Like if you're planning on trying to get better at the game, or if you saw all the cool strats that I did in the past 3 Mega Man videos. Yeah, if you want to know more about that, watch the speedruns, because that's how I learned a lot of these tricks. And by the way, you can actually kill those weird worm-looking enemies with Drill Man's weapon, and you can also kill the big, and it's also the weakness of the Big Eye enemies as well. Forgot to bring that up as well. Alright, get those guys out of here. These weird Skullman enemies. And we're on to the boss, and who's this one going to be? He is weak to Dustman. Oh, it's Dr. Cossack himself! Alrighty, bring it on, Doctor! So yeah, his main gimmick is that, ooh, that was close. His main gimmick is that, he fires, 3 pellets from the cannons there. And he does have a command grab. So you gotta watch out for that, because he does a lot of damage with that move. Ow. Dang it, Cossack. I'm just trying not to get hit by that command grab. Oh, okay, there we go. It's over. Oh, Proto Man, what the heck? He forgot to blow his whistle. Bruh. Please, Mega Man, don't! My father is not really evil. Dr. Wily took me hostage and forced my father to fight you. Please, Mega Man, don't hurt my father anymore. Oh, Kalinka. Father. Mega Man, forgive me. Just like that. And wow, suddenly Dr. Wily. You betrayed me, Proto Man. I'm gonna break you, Mega Man. Why do I feel like that was so forced? Like, his daughter just shows up out of, like, Proto Man shows up out of nowhere with Cossack's daughter. And then the fight just ends like that. Like, Cossack gave up his evil ways, like, that easily. Bruh. Still better than the dog robot sections from Mega Man 3, that's for sure. But of course, Dr. Wily was behind this whole thing. I'm guessing he okay, so Cossack's daughter, Kalinka, hope I pronounced that right, had explained to us that Cossack was manipulated by Wily in order to fight Mega Man. So I guess that's the explanation of those robot masters. So yeah, and Proto Man was just there. He doesn't even say a word. Like, he just teleports there with Kalinka and leaves. Goodness. Anyways, we got Dr. Wily back once again. So now we're actually doing the Wily castles, and this is Wily Stage 1, and the only enemies that we see in this stage are Mets. These are literally the only enemies these are literally the only enemies in this stage. So I'm guessing this is literally like a Met room or something. Oh yeah, and this game also features different Mets. So there are these Mets that would dance, and they actually take 3 shots to kill, but you can still kill them with either your charge shot or the charge Pharaoh man. Yeah, so yeah, that one right there has a longer health bar than the normal Mets. Yeah, you see the way they dance right there. It's so funny. It's actually hilarious. Ow, okay. I think I was trying to slide, but I ended up jumping instead. I wish the slide was mapped on a different button. Thank God for Mega Man 11. Alright, so, and yep, here is probably going to be our only usage of the Rush Marine. So it pretty much functions the exact same way as in Mega Man 3. Why did my shots not hit? There we go. Probably gonna have to mash. There we go. I love the cool detail where Rush's mouth opens when firing pellets. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's going to be our only usage of the Rush Marine. And this is going to be the last game that'll feature it. It does not return for Mega Man 5, does not come back for Mega Man 6. It does not return in any other subsequent game. It's unfortunate. Alright, of course we got the return of these disappearing and reappearing blocks. But we are going to skip them with our items because we're not going to deal with them. Okay, so we're gonna need some more ammo for Dustman because it is the weakness of this next boss. Okay, charge shot against this Met. There we go. And we're gonna need some more for Dustman here. I believe this is the weakness of the next boss we're about to fight. I love this game though. It's so good. It's such a good game. The best it's the best classic Mega Man game in my opinion. I especially look forward to playing Mega Man 7 and Mega Man 8. Yeah. I should be able to showcase those games this year, but only time will tell. Alright, so yep, here is the boss for the stage, and it's the Giant Met. Interesting. Dr. Wily decided to make a giant Met. It's really weird. And the cool thing about this is that it actually returned for Mega Man ZX when going through area M, I think, from that game. So yeah, you can literally cheese that boss as well. It'll be a while before I get to that game though. It'll probably be like maybe a year from now. Alrighty, gonna use our E tank because this thing does hit like a truck, so gotta be super cautious. Ow, okay. You gotta watch out for that, gotta watch out for his ground pound though, because he will stun Mega Man if that happens. Dang it. I'm not good at avoiding that. I might have to use another. Okay, never mind. It's dead. Close. Hex, yeah. Yeah, you see what I mean here? He literally has a skull. What is with Dr. Wily's obsession with skulls? Jeez. There's even one there too. So pretty much like it's pretty much similar to how he has an infatuation with Guts Man, who was actually Dr. Light's creation. I already brought that up in the Mega Man 2 video. Dr. Wily is one weird individual. Goodness. Just has a random falling out with lights and tries to commit world domination. It is pretty humorous. Jeez, I'm out of Dustman energy. Okay, so thankfully Eddie does show up in this level, so I'm gonna need him to drop a weapon tank. Ready? You can actually kill that with Dustman's weapon as well, just in case some aren't aware. Oh no, I can use a balloon. Okay, I don't need Rush Coil. Okay, there he is. There's Eddie. Alright, come on, Eddie. I need you to drop it. I need you to drop a weapon item. Nah, I just need a weapon item. Come on, dude. Nope. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's completely random on which item he will drop. Good. Come on, dude. Oh my God! Stop dropping Stop dropping extra lives. I already have enough E-tanks. Oh jeez. The RNG is screwing me. I need that weapon energy to come out. I'm probably gonna have to keep doing this until he drops a weapon energy. Why is he not doing it? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to make some cuts, dude. He's not behaving. Freaking Let's Play curse. Finally. Okay. I need Dustman energy. Thanks, Eddie. You are a good boy. Ready? Oh yeah, the cool trick about instantly spawning the Pharaoh Ball. So you can just pause the game, select Pharaoh Man's weapon, and then hold. Okay, so I am playing this on PlayStation. So just hold. So the second you leave the weapon screen, immediately hold down on the square button, and then that's when you can charge the Pharaoh shot. So I highly recommend doing that. There, we got these mummy enemies back. See, I'm doing it again here. Get out of here. So yeah, cool trick right there. It doesn't really save time when speed running, but yeah, it definitely has its uses. Alright, for this one, use the wire. Let's go. But I did want to show this off, but yeah. The only time Mega Man has a looking up animation. Oh wow, I forgot you can kill enemies with it. I think I heard that brought up in the video. Interesting. Alright. Get rid of those guys with Toadman. And get rid of these with Brightman. Hopefully. Yes, okay, thank God. I can't kill that. I can't kill the other one though. So just skip him. And I'm probably gonna use Ringman on this dude. Ouch. Yeah, I love how it hits every frame. So broken. Nice. Alright, we'll need... Yeah, probably gonna need more of Dustman. Alrighty, so up against a boss for Wily Stage 3. Yeah, no, we're on Wily Stage 2. What the heck am I saying? So yeah, I am gonna perform a glitch right here, where I can literally just phase through the boss after hitting it with Drill Man's weapon. So you have to detonate this thing at the right time, hit its weak spot right there, and what? Okay, I'm gonna have to try again. I don't know how that didn't hit. It didn't hit. Oh my God, come on. I'm trying to perform this trick. Okay, please tell me that counted. There we go. So yep, by just by detonating Dromant's weapon right there, you can actually disable this boss's hitbox, so Mega Man can get past it and pretty much hit him multiple times with Ring Man until he dies. Thank you again to the speedrunners for teaching me that trick. But yeah, it does require precise timing. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this, and for some reason the game never actually tells you this, but you can actually press the square button again to detonate Dromant's weapon. So yeah, that's especially going to be used in the upcoming boss fight. Alright, so we're on Wily stage 3 now. So we will need. Wait, which weapon needs a refill? Okay, probably Drillman, I guess. I'm gonna use Brightman for this one though, because yeah, you're easily gonna get blindsided by that shield enemy there. Like, there's no way a first time player is going to react to that in time. Anyways, alright, I'm gonna need Pharaoh Man, because we won't need it for the final boss fight of the game. And Toad Man as well, because this is the weakness of Bright Man, and I will use it if he does that annoying flash stopper move. I tried to slide there, it didn't come out. What the heck, game? I forgot how good this game's track is. But yes, and of course, in your typical Mega Man fashion, we have to refight all of the robot masters before fighting against the final boss. I already said that enough times in the first 3 videos, the first 2 classic Mega Man videos, so no further explanation. Yes, this is the pattern I need. Come on, yes, keep shooting. Don't try to dive. Ah, dang it! The dive missile did not hit. Goodness. And he dives again. Okay, just one more hit. There we go. All right, next up, I think is Bright Man. So. Yeah, there is a way you can manipulate Brightman's AI to where if you hit him once with an uncharged shot, he won't do his flash stopper move. It's not guaranteed though in this refight, but we'll see. Ah, never mind. Okay, he still did it. All right, use Toad Man. Ah, dang it! I was a little late. I tried to do it. Doesn't matter. He already did it, so I'm gonna do it too. Ow. Bright Man, you right, douche. Okay, he's doing it again. Yes. Bam. Oh, okay. Do it again. Doesn't matter. You're dead. He tried to jump on me. He tried to jump on me again. Sucks to be you, Bright Man, because you suck. That's all I got. Alright, we got Dustman, and I'm low on health. I am low on health right now, so this is gonna be pretty bad. Hope to not take damage against him. Up. Never mind. I always keep pushing my luck. Wait for it. Okay, I'm gonna use it. I don't want to risk dying. Jeez. Like I said, I'm not an experienced classic Mega Man player. There you go. He's dead. I always gotta be cautious. It's always fair to keep those E-tanks. Use those E-tanks just in case. And we got Bright Man, and again, he's gonna do the exact same attacks like he did before. Pop. 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 Fire missiles. And then dash again. Seriously. It's the same pattern every time. There's literally no RNG there's literally no RNG in his fight. Goodness. So you can literally easily exploit that. Alright, we got Toadman again, and he's weak to Drillman's weapon. Alright, stand still. There we go. That was sick. Yeah, the second you kill the boss, you immediately teleport back. Alright, so we got Dustman here. Just dodge with a slide, and of course he does this stupid move again. Goodness. I saw Brett. I don't know why I keep saying Brett Man. Dive Man is literally the only boss in this game who does not have RNG, but all these other guys do. It's really annoying. Stop doing that move, dude! Jeez. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, he's completely invincible when he does that vacuum move or whatever it is. It's so dumb. Alrighty, got Ringman here. You did. No damage once again. I can fight Ringman so cleanly now. Alrighty, and last one is Pharaoh Man, but I'm not going to use his weakness. The reason I don't use his weakness though, it's just really slow. You just have to mash the button several times until he dies, but we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do this the proper way. I'm gonna do this with challenge. His jumps are hard to avoid. Ah, that still hit me. Okay, use the E-Tick again. He's already doing enough damage. I'm not using the weakness. Yes, keep doing that. Yes, perfect. Alrighty, so that's all of the Robot Mastery fights. So here comes Wily, and he is weak to Ringman. Also, it's really weird how in this game... Yeah, you see this. Why does it take that long for a boss's health to, Why does it take that long for a boss's health to go up like that? The same applies for Mega Man himself when he uses an E-Tank. I think this is the only one of the NES games where this happens. This didn't happen for the previous games, and it won't happen again for Mega Man 5 and 6. And Mega Man 1 was the fastest one, with how the boss's energy would fill up. Why is it so slow in this game? That's so weird. Anyways, so that's second phase done, and now he is weak to Drillman, and you do have to detonate the drill bomb, because if you fire it normally, you will not do damage to Wily. It will just bounce off instead. So you do have to time the destination, and that way you can deal damage. But there we go. Wow, it was that easy. And wow, he's getting away again. God dang it, Wily. Goodness. All right, so it looks like we have one more boss after this. This man just does not give up. My God. Wow, another skull. Again, I don't know what's with this man's obsession with skulls, but that's just the way he is. Alrighty, so this last boss is weak to Pharaoh Man. So the last group of enemies we can just take out with Dustman. I do love how Dustman's weapon hits every frame as well. Pretty cool stuff. Wow, I did not need that weapon refill. Alrighty. So this final boss, you can only damage it with Pharaoh Man. You cannot, nothing else will work against Wily here. So his main thing is that Dr. Wily will hide in a dark room, and again, sometimes he will spawn right in front of me, which is always nice. So yeah, and he's weak to Pharaoh Man, the only weapon that can damage Wily here. I don't know why he likes to spawn in front of me. That's lovely. Ah, damn, missed. Okay, just avoid the energy ball. Oh god. He's down there. What? That still didn't hit him? Okay, there we go. You all saw that. He spawned in front of my Pharaoh ball and killed himself. That was funny. That was so funny. Okay, what was the point? What was the point of that, Wiley? Just pretending to, just playing the victim, and then you just get away. This is like the fourth. This is like the fourth time he's done this. Goodness. But yeah, that right there was such a satisfying kill. God dang, Dr. Wiley, you are so dumb sometimes. And unfortunately, this will continue in the later games. Hey, we saw Mega Man teleporting out right there. Reminds me of Sonic Colors right there. For the way the base explodes. It just shows a smoke. It just shows a smoke that will form a skull. Jeez. But anyways, that was it for Mega Man 4. And I've said it before, and I've said it again. This is my favorite classic Mega Man game of all time. Now, my actual favorite Mega Man game of all time is Mega Man 03 for the Game Boy Advance. I love that game with all my heart. But I will say though, for this game, it'll probably be maybe my fourth favorite Mega Man game of all time. Actually, no. I'll say it's probably my sixth favorite Mega Man game of all time. If that makes any sense. No, fifth favorite Mega Man. Fifth favorite Mega Man game of all time. Because for my top three, so if you were to ask me about my top 5 favorite Mega Man games, number 1 is Mega Man 03. Number 2 is probably Mega Man X4. What would be number 3 on my list? I guess probably Mega Man X. Maybe my third favorite. No, my third favorite is Mega Man X3. Fourth is Mega Man X1. And I guess my fifth would be, I don't know. I guess it will probably be this game, I guess. I don't know. It's really hard for me to choose, so I'll probably have to make a tier list and then I'll post it on my community tab. But yes, case in point, I love Mega Man 4, and I do still think it holds up today, like 34 years later, and it's still it is still amazing. Again, I wasn't the NES was way before my time, because I'm more of a PS2 kid, as I grew up in the 2000s, so I wasn't alive during the time of the NES's lifespan, not even the Super NES's lifespan either. But I have heard of a lot of cool NES games on there, and again, the only other NES games that I played a whole lot besides the Mega Man games are the TMNT games. So yeah, but I do feel like the SNES was better, a console that I also did not grow up with, obviously, because I feel like I still prefer the Sega Genesis to the SNES, because that was a console that I grew up with. But yeah, and I love this remix. Another song that was remixed for Mega Man 2. Jeez. It's almost like it's a spiritual successor to that game, considering how Bright Man's weapon is similar to Flash Man's. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, I love Mega Man 4. Again, well, in my personal opinion, it's the best classic Mega Man game. It has some of the best weapons in the entire series. In fact, all the weapons in this game pretty much rival that of Mega Man 9, because that game also had some of the best weapons in the entire series. But what stands out the most is Pharaoh Man's weapon, because again, it functions as both an offense weapon and a defensive weapon, because you can charge it and you can pierce through multiple enemies. You can charge it, you can hit multiple enemies at once with it, and if you hold down the shot button, it will cause the ball to float above Mega Man's head, and it acts as a shield weapon. And it's even more useful than Skullman's weapon, where an enemy touches it and then it disappears. For Pharaoh Shot, unless if it's touched by a stronger enemy, it will instantly kill these smaller enemies who come into contact with it, like the Saturn enemies, for example, in Ringman stage and in Cossack stage 3. So yeah. And we got Eddie right here. And yeah, we will be seeing Eddie again in the future games. And for Mega Man 5 and 6, he will pretty much have the exact same role. So yep, that's it for Mega Man 4. And like always for these classic Mega Man videos, we are going to be taking a look at the database and museum. Alright, so this enemy is Up and Down, a robot that develops land for agriculture. It sprinkles water as it jumps through the air. Watch out as it will jump up from pits without any warning. Yep. It's an ongoing classic Mega Man trope where enemies will spawn from a pit, and which will catch a lot of players off guard. And this thing was in Skullman stage. M-Worm. Oh, it's weak to Drill Man's weapon. I'd always use Ringman's weapon against these things, and also Dustman. Yeah, and they were in the last stage of the game too. Got Wall Blaster, which actually returned from Mega Man 11, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, this thing is weak to Ringman's weapon, but I chose to use the Flash Stopper instead, in which I can hit them every frame. This thing was in Dive Man stage. This thing was weak to Drill Man. Interesting. Yep, and this was the mini boss that we skipped. And yeah, I think this is probably one of the only glitches I performed in this video. And yeah, that's also a trick that I learned from speedrunners. I mean, you do have the damage boost, but thankfully you can just skip him. You can just skip him completely, just like the snake mini bosses from Snake Man stage in Mega Man 3. And it's weak to Toad Man's weapon, which is pretty nice. And yep, we got this from these are like the same ones that we saw in the previous game. So if Mega Man is standing on the same platform as them, they will speed up. They're weak to Ringman's weapon. One time I used a Pharaoh Man's weapon on them, so it's pretty nice. Sea Mine. These are the ones that we saw in Pharaoh Man stage. Yeah, you saw me kill some of them pretty easily with just a Mega Buster, which with the auto fire actually. Also weak to Drill Man. Oh, they're called Jump. Okay, the name for okay, I'm still calling the Big Eye because they have the exact same attack pattern as the as their predecessors from Mega Man 1. Only this time they take 14 shots to kill instead of 20. Interesting. And yes, I have demonstrated, but they are weak to Drill Man's weapon. And Mega Man now has to slide, so he can avoid them easily as long as he has the right timing. Super Ball Machine Jr. Sounds like a Mario enemy or a Mario antagonist. This thing's weak to Pharaoh Man, but you can also kill with Ringman. Okay, so Skeleton Joe, that's what these guys are called. A special battle robot developed by Dr. Wily. Normal attacks can't defeat it. Be sure to use its charge shot. I did show it in Skullman stage, but if you actually hit them once, they will lose their hitbox, and you gotta be quick on passing them because they will collapse once you hit them, and then they try to reassemble themselves by putting their head back on. So yeah, gives you enough time. Got these bird enemies, weak to Toadman's weapon. These guys right here, in which you can also manipulate into touching the Pharaoh Ball, which is pretty funny. This one from Brightman stage. This one that we saw in the Wily Castle stages. I do love this name, by the way. Tomboy. Okay, so yeah, this enemy we only saw twice in the Cossack stages. And I used Drill Man's weapon on them because they do take one shot as opposed to using Dustman's weapon on them. Yep, these guys from Brightman stage. Oh wow, these ones were a lot like the ones from Mega Man 3 in some of the stages. But yeah. Oh, weak to Brightman's weapon. Just use Toadman's weapon instead. Baton. All it does is jump around like a grasshopper. It won't hurt you. Just watch out and make sure you don't follow it. Make sure you don't follow it into the pits or spikes rather. These are the enemies that returned from Mega Man 2, the ones that we saw in Woodman stage. And unfortunately, the Mega Man X series gets similar enemies like this, so don't look forward to having to refight them again. This one from Brightman stage, in which when killing them, it will cause the room to go dark. Beery. This thing from Toadman stage. This thing from not Skullman. This thing from Drillman stage. This thing from Fairman stage. Mumara? I don't know how to pronounce that, but this guy is a pyramid exploring robot. It's cheap to produce as it's made from destroyed scraps. Try to memorize where it emerges from. Yeah, I kind of like these enemy types where they're literally just mummies. And they're weak to Dive Man's weapon. I didn't know that. So yep, the Mantis enemies that we saw in Dive Man stage. We've seen this enemy in a few stages. Oh yeah, the swimming Mets. We saw these guys in Dive Man stage and in Wily stage 1. I love Wily stage 1 though, where it consisted of nothing but Mets. They're like some of the most cutest video game enemies in my opinion. Yeah, this guy, in which, yeah, you can also use Toadman, but you just have to use Brightman's weapon with the proper timing. Moby something, I'm not gonna say the full name, but this robot was originally made to catch fish, but it was modified to shoot missiles. Watch out for the missiles, then jump and take it down. Unfortunately, it did not get a chance to fire its missiles because I just shot at him every single frame very quickly with the auto fire, and he instantly died before he had a chance to fire his missile. So unfortunately, you're not going to see that in this video. Alright, ladder press. I love how this Met has an umbrella. I didn't know you can kill them with Dustman. Oh, ring. Yep, these are the enemies right here. You can literally just lure them into the Pharaoh Shop ball. Jeez. And this guy I instantly killed with Pharaoh Man's weapon as well. Yeah, I feel like the Legacy Collection is literally lying to you about these weaknesses. Like, I killed this thing with Pharaoh Man's weapon. Jeez. Alright, so yep, this is one of the Cossack bosses, a giant robot used in cold regions. Its amazing destructive power can open up holes in the ground. Beat it quickly with a weapon that plays on its weakness before it gets that chance. Yep, Ringman's weapon. Square Machine, a shutter machine made to protect key locations such as the giant mother computer. Jump on the repair platforms left inside to attack it. Yep. Cockroach Twin, okay, that's what it's called. A robot originally made for maintenance in dome-shaped buildings. Dr. Wily and Dr. Cossack modified it. Find a safe spot to stand and attack. It is not weak to Drillman's weapon. Shut up, game. Cossack Catcher, a robot inspired by a crane game that Dr. Cossack was good at back in the day. Ooh, interesting lore. You'll take a massive damage if you're caught by, yeah, you gotta watch out for that command grab. Metal Daddy, a giant metal that produces ordinary metals inside its body. The requirements of that system render it relatively sluggish though. Use the weapon that plays on its weakness and take it down quickly. It's weak to Dustman's weapon. Taco Trash, a large garbage processing robot. Dr. Wily modified it and powered it up. Ride the elevator platform skillfully and attack it. Or just abuse the glitch where you can detonate Drillman's weapon to have the explosion come into contact with the green thing on its forehead, which will eliminate its hitbox. So Mega Man can just slip past it and then just hit it from behind until it dies. So yeah, another strat. Wily Machine 4, after its skull-like front cover is destroyed, its beam attacks get a boost. The beam attacks are hard to dodge, so use the weapon that plays on its weakness to defeat it quickly. Yep. And Wily Castle, And this fight was RNG, by the way. It's always random. Where Wily will spawn, either like some point or just in front of you for some reason, or in some cases in front of the Pharaoh shot ball. Uses an infrared detection system to move around in the pitch darkness. Fight it using a weapon that can be used in any direction. We already know what that weapon is. Yep, the Robot Masters themselves. All of which they have really cool designs. I feel like Drill Man was one of the inspirations for Tunnel Rider from Mega Man X3. Love Pharaoh Man's design. Every time I hear the word Pharaoh, I always think of the character from Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why. Also, I feel like there was like a Sonic inspiration here, because in the Sonic series you collect rings for health. Ooh, I love Dive Man's design. He looks really cool. Aw, look at Mega Man right here. That's literally gonna be the thumbnail for this video. Oh wait, it says something different for him. Oh, okay. It says something new. What awaits him in the battle against Dr. Cossack? Interesting. And yep, here is Dr. Cossack himself, and I kind of wish he appeared in more games, as this was his only appearance, or at least his only mainline appearance, as far as I'm aware. Dr. Cossack. It at first seems as though, like Dr. Wily, he is plotting to take over the world, but in truth, he's being manipulated by Dr. Wily, who kidnapped his daughter, Kalinka. Wow, Sigma did the exact same thing, like to Dr. Doppler and Gate, but yeah, it'll be a while before I get to those. And this is Kalinka. Kalinka, Dr. Cossack's only daughter. Even though she was kidnapped by Dr. Wily, she still supports Mega Man by investigating Dr. Wily's castle. Again, I really wish they went more with that plot there, but it's unfortunate. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at the museum. Yep, here's artwork of Mega Man using the balloon. Pretty cool. It pretty much functions the same way as the item 2 from Mega Man 2, but I feel like it's even better. And there's even a glitch that I've seen performed by speedrunners, is where you can have it spawn for 8 frames, and then you can jump off of it to get some height. How they do it though, it's just very complicated. It's like they do it so quickly. It's like you don't even see the balloon spawn. Like you don't even see the balloon spawn in time. So yeah, it's a very tricky glitch. So I do recommend looking that up if you're interested in that. If you're interested in that type of thing. Oh my God, Bratman, close your mouth, dude. Goodness. Yep, dive missile homes in on enemies, because X does get a similar weapon. X does get a similar weapon to this after he beats Boomer Kawenger. Pretty sick stuff. Dr. Cossack logo. Dr. Cossack's Citadel. Wily himself still has a goofy design. Oh God, my DualSense controller is low. I will charge it after I'm done recording. Got Drill Bomb. Dust Crusher. Alright, cool stuff. We got Eddie right here. I love how he's just literally a net. There's no character wait, was there a character description for him? He didn't show up. Yeah, there was no character description for him. What the heck, game? Okay. Hopefully we'll find that out in the next game. Gary the Snail. We got Flash Stopper, which is pretty much essentially an upgraded Time Stopper from Mega Man 2, which was Flashman's weapon. Because thankfully Mega Man can actually shoot while time is frozen, unlike in Mega Man 2, where he can't do anything else until the weapon gauge becomes empty. Ooh, Heroes Art. The big 3, Mega Man, Eddie, and Rush. Nice. Some other stuff we haven't seen. I love this artwork. I love this artwork of him right here. That'll be the thumbnail for this video. Anything else we didn't look at? Ooh, okay, I love this. The new Mega Buster. The first game to feature one. Package illustration. Good for using thumbnails. Fair Shot, which is again the best weapon in this game. Literally this game's Metal Blade, but even more OP. Rain Flush. Why is he holding his hand up like that? Like he's trying to say talk to the hand or something. Ring Man. It's literally the same color as the ones from the Sonic games, the Sonic series. Goodness. Ring. Alright, what else we haven't seen? Skull Barrier. Literally a bunch of skulls surrounding him. It looks pretty cool though, all things considered. And of course, Dr. Cossack taunting Mega Man right here. And Dr. Light is not approved. Dr. Light does not approve. And what else? Toad Man's design. Nice. Yep, the wire adapter. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, this is the only Mega Man game to include this ability. It did not return for Mega Man 5 for some reason. And it's the only game, perhaps the only Mega Man game in the entire franchise where Mega Man has a looking up animation. X did not have a looking up animation, and Zero did not have a looking up animation as well. So yeah. It's like the trait that they took from the Mario and Sonic games, where most of those games, at least the 2D ones anyways, were, at least in Sonic's case, where if he looks up, the camera will pan up. But that doesn't happen in this game, unfortunately. Got the got the character files right here. Come on, Bright Man, close your freaking mouth. Dive Man's design is probably my favorite one of this game's Robot Masters. Drill Man, Dust Man. We got Eddie as well. Perfect. Kind of wonder what these numbers mean. Yeah, some behind the scenes stuff. Dust Man stage. This is Pharaoh Man stage. Yeah, it is. Wily Castle. And the advertisements for the game. This is for Japan. And I don't know if I said this before, but the Japanese versions of these games have way better title screens than the American ones. So yeah, some screenshots of the stages there. This cute art of Mega Man right here. Whoa, they even promoted Rockman Roll 2, which is actually Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy. I didn't even know that. I never actually noticed this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna showcase this game. I'll probably just showcase the first 4 Game Boy Mega Man games on a stream. I will still showcase Mega Man 5 on Game Boy for a one-shot video. Alright, more of this stuff. Whoa, what's this? Character collection cover. Mega Man is on a ride armor. Unfortunately, we never see him do this in any of the games. But I feel like this was where they got the idea of the ride armors from the X series, where X can, like, literally in the first Mega Man X game, X can ride a ride armor and chill penguins in Sting Chameleon stages. It's pretty sick. And this was like 2 years before Mega Man X. Pretty interesting. Oh, we got this artwork once again. Oh wow, and this was during the time they promoted Mega Man 4. I wasn't even born yet. But this is really cool. Mega Man 1 and 2 has sold over 1 million units. Wow. Even back then. Jeez. Oh, that's everything? Alright. That's everything, okay. Oh, wow, this video's already over an hour long, so I guess I can I guess it's time I come to a stop. But anyways, that is it for my one-shot playthrough of Mega Man 4 for the NES. As I said, it's my favorite classic Mega Man game of all time, and it's a game that I will always enjoy replaying, even way more than the first 3 games. And I believe since the after the Legacy Collection 2 release back in 2017, a lot of people have grown more to liking Mega Man 4 and onwards. Even the games such as Mega Man 7 and 8, which kind of deviated from the NES games. So again, more of my thoughts on that once I get to those games. So yeah, that's it for this video. So, and yep, glad I got to play through Mega Man 4, my favorite classic Mega Man game. Definitely not my favorite Mega Man game of all time, obviously, because that goes to 0-3 on the Game Boy Advance. So yeah, so next game I will be tackling in my journey of going through the classic Mega Man games will be Mega Man 5, which I believe is a vastly underrated game. And I'll explain my thoughts on that once we do. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. So peace out, take care, and stay safe.